What's up, guys? Biker Dave here in a 2010 Toyota Matrix, also known as a Corolla Matrix. The Pontiac Vibe is also similar to this car. If you're and this could affect many different makes and models as well, but I just happened to notice it in this car. If you notice, like look at our RPMs down there on our tack. Okay, the car is just warming up now, so that'll drop down a little bit. But in this car, typical idle is around 800 RPMs. And then when you turn on the air conditioning compressor, it might pick up just a couple, maybe 100 or so. That's normal. But if you're noticing after the car warms up that your idle drops pretty significantly when your cooling fan kicks on, your radiator fan up front there. When that fan kicks on, you notice your idle dropping down to maybe 500 or so, and it's maybe running a little bit weird. Obviously that's not normal. And I solved that on this car because it was doing something sort of similar. It definitely wasn't normal when the idle would drop that far. When the fan would kick on and off. But yeah, let's just look at it right here with our hot idle. All right, we've just about warmed up now, and notice the idle is coming down almost to normal operating temperature idle. Now when I turn on the AC, watch the needle down there. Okay, see it bumps up just a little bit, which is normal. Okay, AC off, slowly coming back down. All right, all that's perfectly normal. But if yours drops down significantly upon, hot, when it gets hot, let me show you some things you can check. All right, under the hood now, a few things you need to check. You need to confirm that your battery is in good condition, that your battery is receiving proper voltage from your alternator, that your alternator is in good condition, that you're getting, a good full voltage while the car is running. Okay, now if you check all that out, of course it needs to, that may vary from car to car, but it needs to be above 13 volts in most cases, sometimes even 14 volts, to show that it's actually charging the battery while the car is running. Now if all that checks out for you, you need to look at your grounding points from the negative battery terminal. There's various grounding points all over the, the chassis of the car, the body area through here in the engine compartment, even under the engine cover right here. Just pull this guy off firmly. You'll see underneath. See these? You got right here, right here. We need to make sure, also, coming from the negative, straight down there, and right there. Those are grounding points that need to be good and clean and tight. So, if your car is a little bit older, or if you've never checked this sort of thing, I check this on any used car I own. Get your, like for these, it looks like a 10 millimeter. Get your little 10 millimeter. And loosen both of those bolts. Some of them you might just need to loosen them and spray a little WD-40 or some kind of rust preventer. Turn the bolts back and forth a few times, but if yours are in really rough shape, you might need to remove these cables and do some brushing with a like a metal brush, or maybe a drill that has a little attachment on it that has some steel bristle brushes to help clean off the points where that attaches to the body. Okay, make sure that looks good and clean. Also, of course, make sure your battery cables look good and clean and snug. Both of them, actually. Make sure they look good. If they look all acidy and corroded and nasty, they either need to be cleaned and reattached, or some of them may need to be replaced. This one's looking pretty rough right here. But I checked both of those areas. My voltage was good coming to the battery, so that was good. I also checked any of your intake sensors relating to air intake, like your idle air control and your mass air sensor, make sure that they're clean. You may want to take you some sensor cleaner and clean them off. Also, these are two grounding points right here. Make sure that they are secure and clean. Go throughout the rest of the car. There's another one on this particular model. Make sure it's clean. So basically follow these ground cables all throughout the body up front here. Make sure that wherever they are attached is snug and clean underneath. Okay, I did those couple things. I also ran some fuel injection cleaner through the car. You can also clean your throttle body. On this car, it's right here. So you have to remove this boot. You have to do some cleaning to the throttle body. This car is almost 14 years old, and I'm sure it's probably never been cleaned. So I cleaned the throttle body inside thoroughly. Make sure you spray you some throttle body cleaner or carburetor cleaner with a rag and really get down in there and clean it out nicely. Okay, there's plenty of videos on how to do that. So any of those few things, you also may want to make sure that your fuses are looking good and not corroded and broken and failing or nasty. So that's another thing you can check behind here on this car. But any of those few things can make a car do funky things when certain accessories kick on. So, check all those things. I did those on this car, and it no longer drops down to, 500 or less RPMs when the radiator fan kicks on. So, just passing this info along to you guys. Hopefully it'll help you. If you've experienced something like this and you've solved it in certain ways, make sure you post in the comments so other people can see it and maybe benefit from it. And with any YouTube video, with ours or anybody's, if they have a monetized channel and what they have shown you helped you solve a problem or helped you not make the same mistake, make sure you click the thanks button under the video screen and shoot a little donation. It definitely helps out because everyone knows that YouTube is completely free, but it is a huge source of information, for helping out solve problems with vehicles and whatnot. So, any channel would definitely, appreciate it if you shoot them a donation if they helped you out. Anyway, that's it. We got tons of videos about this car and tons of other stuff on our channel, so check all that out and look for our social media links in the description. We also have an eBay store, Amazon store relating to motorcycle parts and tools. So if you like working on your vehicles, as far as power sport vehicles, we have specialty stuff on our store that you may like. So check it out. And you'll have a great day. We'll see you all later.